Hey guys, it's time for me to make my official Super Bowl pick. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Moment of truth time. I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl 30-27. Let me tell you how they're going to do it. First things first, I got to say this. 2019 has been the breakthrough year for these sports franchises. We saw the Washington Nationals, for the first time in a long time, win the World Series. We saw the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA title, led by Kawhi Leonard. I believe the Kansas City Chiefs will win this Super Bowl, and let me tell you how they're going to do it. They're going to stay away from the negative plays on first down. You cannot put yourself in 2nd and 12, 2nd and 15 situations. Not against the San Francisco defense. I trust Andy Reid. I trust Patrick Mahomes. I believe early on, Kansas City will get off to a fast start. If you look back at the last two playoff games, Kansas City fell behind 24-0. They also fell behind to Tennessee by a score of 17-7. I expect Andy and Patrick to come out with a game plan early, knock Robert Saleh off his spot. I think they get the job done on first down. So you got to stay away from the negative plays. You can't just be good on third down. You must be great. This offense is so explosive from top to bottom. Not only do you have to worry about the dynamic playmakers making plays, not only do you have to worry about the protection, not only do you have to worry about the play that's called, but you have to worry about the play that Patrick Mahomes creates. This kid is something special. He is on another level. Last year, he won the MVP in his first year as a starter. I like Patrick Mahomes coming out. Before that draft, I was a big Deshaun Watson fan. But I said, Patrick Mahomes will exceed everyone's expectations. You can go back to my very first NFL video if you have any questions about it. I like this kid. But I didn't expect him to do this. Won the league MVP his first year as a starter. He's now in the Super Bowl. It's unbelievable. This kid is unreal. Let's look at the San Francisco offense. Look, folks. I like Jimmy G. He's a nice guy. But can Jimmy G hold a candle to Patrick Mahomes? No way, no how. He ain't even in the same class. Come on. I told you guys, he can't hold a candle to Patrick Mahomes. Jimmy G, on his best day, cannot even clean Patrick Mahomes' shoes. It's as simple as that. Jimmy G, as of right now, is an above average game manager. Kyle Shanahan really hasn't asked him to do a whole lot. If you look at the game last week against Green Bay, he only threw the ball 8 times. 8 times! And he only completed 6 passes. I'm not saying the kid is Mitchell Trubisky, but he is the weak link on this football team. And I have the utmost confidence that Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid will come up with a game plan to stop that dynamic 49ers running game. We look at Raheem Mostert. He balled out last week, looking like Mozart. Not only that, they have Tevin Coleman, who lit it up against Minnesota. Matt Brieda is a very good back. And they have 2 receivers that they like to use out in motion. Deebo Samuel. Deebo reminds me of Percy Harvin every time I watch him. And Emmanuel Sanders. They can run the football. But last week, against the Tennessee Titans, in Kansas City, AFC Championship game on the line, the Kansas City defense was able to shut down the best running back in the National Football League. They held Derrick Henry to 7 yards. 7 yards in the second half of that ball game. New England couldn't do that. Baltimore couldn't do that. I expect Kansas City to make this a Patrick Mahomes versus Jimmy Garoppolo showdown. I have nothing but respect for Kyle Shanahan, for the San Francisco 49ers, for that elite defense. But the 49ers defense hasn't seen an offense like this. And you could say, well, the Niners defense shut down the big three in Green Bay. They shut down Aaron Rodgers. They shut down Aaron Jones. They shut down Devontae Adams. They balled out against Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. But folks, the Green Bay Packers offense and the Minnesota Vikings offense can't touch the Kansas City Chiefs offense. They're the real deal. Patrick Mahomes has been lights out. They don't turn the football over. Patrick Mahomes in his young playoff career hasn't turned the ball over once. I expect him to play a very clean, very aggressive game. And on the other side, I expect Jimmy G to have 2 key turnovers. There will be more fear in Jimmy Garoppolo's game compared to Patrick Mahomes' game. I have the Chiefs winning this ball game because they have the better quarterback, because I think Patrick Mahomes will take care of the football, and I think that Kansas City defense will get to Jimmy G late in this ball game. I expect them to apply the pressure. I don't necessarily expect them to shut down the run, but they have to limit it. And if Jimmy G throws a party on this Kansas City defense, I believe Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo will go up to Jimmy G and say, son, you're a hell of a player. Congrats on that Super Bowl victory. But I am not letting Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, or Matt Brieda cook my defense. So that being said, I have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. I think this is going to be a great game. We have a battle between 2 of the best tight ends, George Kittle and Travis Kelce. I think Andy and Steve will say, not on my watch. I think the Chiefs rise to the occasion and win their first Super Bowl in 50 years. I expect Patrick Mahomes to make plays late in this ball game. I believe he will be the Super Bowl MVP. Give me the Chiefs with all those weapons. Damien Williams, Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce. I could go on forever. This team is so dynamic. And I understand the front 4 of the San Francisco 49ers can go get home. They have a great linebacking core and a great secondary. But the Kansas City offensive line gives up the 3rd fewest sacks in the National Football League. Not only do you have to worry about the play that's called, you have to worry about the play that Patrick Mahomes creates. That being said, I feel very confident in this prediction. This game could go either way, but give me the Chiefs. I feel confident. Kansas City wins this ball game 30-27, but we all know, folks, next year, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots are winning Super Bowl 55. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. Please subscribe.